And good morning, everybody. I think, anyway. I don't know. I suppose this is working. We'll find out here in a minute. Let me check it out on my end over here. How is everybody today? There you go, JAYDOG. I went live. Let's see what we got over here. My channel. Yeah, it shows I'm live. Okay. Yeah. All right. I don't know what else to do besides that. Hold on. I got to go get me a Red Bull and I'll be ready to go. What's up, John? Oh, I know. I don't even know how to show chat on this damn thing. Hold on. No, oh, there it is, right there. There we go. Yep. Now we're working. See, I'm on Restream until tomorrow, and I can start on StreamYard again. I forgot what I was doing now. Oh yeah, there's what we were doing. This right here. Like so. I'm running a little behind today. One reason I went live, JAYDOG texted me and said he was bored. I was like, all right, we'll go live then. So that's, you can thank JAYDOG or you can cuss JAYDOG, whichever you prefer. Oh, come on. What did I do? Oh, okay. I got allergies big time again today. That should be pinned. All right. I'll be right back. Oh, well. Okay. I got work I got to get done here a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I think there we go, everybody. Sorry about that. I'm there, I think I found me a boat, man. I'm pretty stoked. I've been old guy 2 summers ago when I moved here. Yeah, work with that nose out. 2 summers ago when I moved here, this old guy had this boat sitting out front. It's a Sullivan V-Haul fish boat, and he hold on. There we go. Now maybe somebody will come up today. We'll see. But anyway, he was using it the first year I moved here. He was sitting in his driveway in front of the house, and he had been using it. Yeah, it's the perfect boat for me, John, for sure. It's not too big, it's not too small, and don't get me wrong, it needs some work. It's got a new floor in it, but it needs carpet and stuff like that put in, which I'd want to do stuff to make it mine anyway. You know what I mean? But in the springtime, I seen his wife at the dollar store. Hold on, what's this say? You can't post messages to some channels. Learn more. Fuck, that's about. Who cares? Well, we'll just do away with the Facebook one, and I don't really care about that. What up, Eric? Eric. Let's see, get rid of that. There we go. Okay, but anyway, I noticed they moved it around back last year, and I run into his wife this spring at the dollar store and asked her if her husband was having some health issues, and she said, "Yeah." I noticed he'd put a one of them bumper hitch ramps. He's got one of them little get around car jobbies, and I was thinking the same thing, John. I may have to get a hold of him and make a trip. And I asked her, I said, "Hey, does he want to sell that boat?" She said, "I don't know. You'll have to talk to him." And I stopped by in springtime, and he said he wasn't sure. I said, "Well, let me know if you want to sell that." I said, "That'd make me a good fishing boat." I said, "It's exactly what I'm looking for." And so I didn't bother him all summer. And I happened to see him out in the driveway yesterday. I was coming back from somewhere. I don't remember. Oh, shooting comps. And I just pulled up and stopped and rolled my window. I said, "Hey, you ready to sell that boat yet?" Just kind of joking, because I didn't figure he would be. And he waited, pull over, waved me in the driveway, and we was talking about it. I don't have no, it just says R where it says host at. There ain't no picture there. Let's see, does this do that? I don't know what I just did. That ain't right. That ain't right. That ain't right. Shit. There we go. Anywho, so I pulled him, talking to him, and he was telling me about it. Said that they'd put a new floor and stuff in it, and that it needed carpet, and I forget what else he was telling me about. Seats and stuff are bad in it, which there's a certain kind I want to put in it anyway, so that part don't matter. And I said, "Well, that's all right." And it's got a 45 horse Mariner on it. Now, we had a 40-horse Mariner on a little deck boat when I was in high school. I worked at the marina. We had the old cabin cruiser on the lake and this little cheap old deck boat. The deck boat wasn't much. It was a party barge. It was a great party barge if you went around about idle speed. Otherwise, water would come over the front of it. But anyway, that 40-horse motor on the weekends, we would take the cabin cruiser out into the cove and anchor it off for the weekend. And this boat around in that boat partying. I bet that motor's. Well, I was in high school and I'm 60 now. However many years ago that was. That motor's still running on a pontoon that my uncle and them had. I don't even think it's ever been rebuilt, to be honest with you. I don't know how many. It's got to have thousands of hours on it. So I trust that motor myself. I don't know if other people's had issues with them or not. I trust the motor. Hi, Shirley. So we were talking, and I asked him, I said, "Well, let me know how much you want for it." I said, "If you see me come by, wave me down or something." He was leaning in the passenger window talking to me, and he said, "I'll take $1,500 for it." I said, "All right, that's the deal." I said, "Take me a little bit to get that money up." I said, "If that's not a problem." He said, "Not a problem." We shook hands on it. He old guy, so I'm good with the handshake. Yeah. So now all I got to do is come up with $1,500. I just got to sell some stuff. Fix my car first. But JAYDOG, out of the kindness of his heart, said if I can get it to him down there in Kentucky, me and him can fix it in his garage, which I think that's what I'm going to do. Which also equals going fishing, so it's kind of a win-win no matter how you look at it. Yeah, I agree, John. Like I said, I don't know what luck other people have had, but I mean the one we had in my personal experience, that motor run forever. And my dad's not a maintenance guy, you know what I mean? He never was. And I'm pretty sure it's still on that little pontoon over at my cousin's house. And we'll see. So, some of them may be good and some of them may. Ours was old. Ours was from the 80s. And when we done the research originally before we bought that motor, the company originally started out making motors for like harbor boats and stuff in the harbor to move tugs around stuff, big outboards or whatever. So they were work motors, not necessarily fast motors. And anyone who knows me knows I don't go fast, so that part don't matter to me a bit. Anywho, we'll see. Give me something to look forward to through the winter time. Because if I scrape up the cash about it, a friend of mine owns a welding business. Got a pretty big warehouse place where his business is, and he's my cousin's husband actually. And I may ask him if I can bring it in there in one of the bays in his warehouse to work on it through the winter. We'll see. Never know. So that's it. I'm working today. If my allergies ever let me breathe again, that is, I may not be able to work. I can't hardly breathe. No. You have a notification from the IRS. I don't think so, man. I don't think they deal with emails. We'll find out later, but it's not the first time. Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay. I want to go fast, Ricky Bobby. Yeah, it's not me. Everybody knows. The only thing I ever went fast on was a dirt bike. I figure if you drive your car on the road, you probably take up car racing and do it that way. Get it out of your system. Eat on the weekends. It's cold today. Let's say that says 47, but I'll tell you what, that wind's blowing. Let's see, what did it say the wind was? It was like 20 mile an hour or some crazy thing. Let's see. 14 mile an hour right now, continued wind. That doesn't count gust. So that feel like temperature is probably pretty cool right now, I imagine. Interesting. We'll have to see about that. We're watching Melissa. Looks like it's going to go north. Oh, is there a storm? I haven't seen the news for 2 or 3 days. I don't know why I haven't actually. Not to mention it, I watched the local news. I watched the local news this morning, but I haven't watched any, national news. So there's a tropical storm out there. I'll tell you what, man, the surfers on the East Coast are having a heck of a good surf season right now, then. There ain't nothing better than to have them storms come up through the Atlantic, but not come into the shore. They just cruise up through the Atlantic and send waves into the East Coast. That's a good thing. I used to have bookmarked on it up on my bookmark bar up there or whatever, 3 or 4 different surf cams from the Atlantic side of Florida. I think I had Cocoa Beach's Pier, Jacksonville Pier, and somewhere else. I don't remember the other one. I have to see if I can pull them up actually. I'm so fat it'd kill me trying to surf right now, but man, I would like to go surfing again. It's good fun, man. Good, exhilarating, especially when you don't know what you're doing. Me and Justin went to Florida the first time. We'd surfed up on the Great Lakes. I don't know, 2 or 3 times maybe, just learning. And so we booked this place for a week after Christmas, his sophomore year, I think it was. First day we get there, they had probably, I don't know, 6-foot waves maybe. Nice ocean waves, good waves. And yeah, I need to check Ryan Hall out. Like I said, I haven't done anything organized the last 2 days. But we get out there, man. Just me and him were at 14th Street, Cocoa Beach. There's a old, 60s type motel there right on the ocean, old kind, like you'd see in I Dream of Jeannie or something. But anyway, we go out there surfing, man, and I'm telling you what, first off, those waves are a lot faster than they are on the Great Lakes, a lot bigger, But the only good part is they're spread further apart so you can paddle out between them. But man, it took us about probably an hour to figure out how to. For one, we were on longboards in ways we shouldn't have been in on longboards, so to speak. But we finally figured out how to catch the wave. Had to get way back on the board and get up early before. But anyway, it was fun. It was a ball. I'll never forget it. And if you've never done it, and if you're an adrenaline junkie, I highly recommend going surfing. It ranked right up there with the start of a dirt bike race, which I've yet to find anything that compares to the exhilarating rush you get at the start of a dirt bike race. Oh, my nose is running so bad. Let's see here. You working today, Eric? My fat friend, Eric. There we go. That's how you handle that. Dun, 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 dun. Uh-oh. There we go. I got a report I got to do today. This is the house I'm working on today. I don't know if I was anything about it. I've seen this house the other day. They had probably 10 cats, maybe. I'd say about 10. Yes, it's exactly what you think it was. It was horrible. Okay, I see, said the blind man. I need to get. Yeah, I bet it is. Yeah, probably ranks right up there. I mean, I think the biggest class I'd ever been in. I went to Florida and raced the GNCC in Palatka, Florida, and there were, God, I don't know, 53 people in my class lined up crossway. Guy waves the flag, and all 53 took off at the same time. Went about 200 yards and into a turn. Yeah, it was a rush. Just that's when you get tight and hold on tight and start, banging elbows and getting through the corner without dying. And if that don't make your heart beat fast, then you're a serial killer. Bottom line. And in all those years doing that, I was nervous every time. Every time at the start of the race, I would have butterflies in my stomach so bad I'd want to throw up. And I figured if that ever went away, it'd be time to quit racing. But there was times I'd be like, I had my shoulder was hurt one time, kind of tore it up a little bit. 3 weeks before a big race I wanted to do, and I wasn't even racing for points, but I liked the start so much. I said, well, I'll just go, do the start, and after 2 turns in or whatever, I'll just pull over, let everybody go and enjoy the trail or whatever. And I got a decent start. There are like 42 people in the class, and I'm in the top 5 or 8 thereabout. There's no way I could pull over until I clipped a tree with my shoulder and realized it was time to pull over after I got up off the ground. And that's when I told myself, probably should enter a race if you're not healthy. Snowden, West Virginia, you're kidding me. On the mountain or down on the regular land? I know we went to Snowshoe, West Virginia. I don't know if anyone's ever been there. It's a pretty nice place. And actually, it was a dirt bike race on the ski resort in the summertime. And down on the main part, the highway and stuff, it was, I don't know, 87 degrees or something like that, hot. But by the time you drove up to the top of the mountain where, all the chalets and stuff were and the little town thing, what do they call a ski community up there like that? Anyway, it was probably 10 or 15 degrees cooler up there. It's pretty neat. I'd never experienced it before. But I know it sure worked the transmission. What was I driving in my old rodeo? I think it sure worked that transmission, pulling that trailer up that mountain for I don't know how many miles. I don't know how many feet it was. It might have been 5,000 or 6,000 feet, maybe up. I don't remember. Yeah, West Virginia. West Virginia's nice, man. It gets a bad rap, but I'm telling you what, it's a pretty nice state as far as if you like, hills and woods and stuff like that. From what I've seen, anyway. I mean, it was I forget where we. It was a good ways over. I remember that. Me and Susie went and left on Thursday and come home on Monday, I think it was, and I forget how many hours it took. With me, you can add 2 or 3 hours each direction because I don't get in a hurry. But man, I got lucky. We were coming home. Kept hearing a clank when we hit bumps. I'm like, what the heck, man? So I was stopped to get gas, and I walked back and looked, and the bolt on my ball was down about that far and only had about that much more before it came off. I was like, oh shit. And I don't know how it got loose, but I've got this huge crescent wrench about, I don't know, that long. And I guarantee it wasn't ever coming loose again after I got done. And I feel for whoever had to try to take it off. Because the receiver was stuck in the hitch of the rodeo. It was stuck in it when I got it. And Eric, you get penalized for using the S word before November. I don't know what the penalty is, but we'll figure that out. I forgot what was it we just talked about. I was going to look it up real quick. I can't remember now. Said forced. So I got to do the P house today, and then I got to drive by. Then I got to get a hold of the people that sent it because it doesn't make sense. It's a FHA, what's called an REO. It's like a bank-owned property, but the people are still in it. So the bank wants to know what it's worth for when they foreclose on it or whatever. And it was a drive-by, but they want what's called an REO addendum, which is where you list all the repairs and stuff it needs to make it in a marketable shape. Not necessarily a good condition, but a condition good enough that health and safety issues are taken out of the equation. I got to thinking as I was driving by. First, I went by a bunch of people out front, so I wasn't snapping no damn pictures. And I went by early in the morning the next day and got a picture of it. But how am I supposed to know what kind of repairs it needs on the inside? You can't do an REO drive-by. So I got to email them and say, you can get I can do an appraisal on a drive-by based on what it looks like on the outside, with just an assumption that the inside mirrors the outside. If the outside looks like crap, there's a good chance the inside looks like crap too, or vice versa. If it looks really nice, there's a good chance the inside looks really nice. Even though not always the case. The Cat P house is an example of that. From the outside, you wouldn't have any idea. So that's what I'm going to do today. No, the heck was that? My nose is running so hard, so bad. No, you didn't. Oh, shoot. What happened? There. I turned the volume down on that before I hit play. Come on, go away. There we go. I think he sent me a picture of snow in West Virginia, which he should be beat amongst the head and shoulders for that. Yeah, it looks like the snow was flying across the highest elevations of West Virginia. There you go. That's what I thought. Yeah, man. Some snow was flying across the highest elevations of West Virginia overnight. This was a camera set up at the Cannon Valley a few hours ago. It doesn't snow every October, but it's certainly not unusual either. Okay. Well,
Honey, that's a skunk. Why does it smell like your funny looking face? Oh, sweetie, just stay right there. Look what I found. It's a marijuana. Honey, that's a skunk. Why does it smell like your funny looking face?
why does it smell like your funny looking face? I believe is what he said. And a dog gets sprayed by a skunk one time. And man, it don't smell nothing like what you smell on the road, when one gets hit. You know what I mean? It was unbelievable. I'll never forget it. And anyone who's ever had it happen knows what I'm saying. And you don't want them to get in the house. I got lucky. I had a breezeway between the kitchen and the back door, and I'd come out the kitchen, close the door in the breezeway because I heard the dog yelp after I left. It was like 2 in the morning. I'd been drinking all evening. I heard the dog yelp. So I went out the kitchen, closed the door, opened the door of the breezeway. The dog come running in, and I was like, "Oh my God!" I closed that door. Actually went out that door and closed it. So now the dog's trapped in the breezeway, and I went around front and come back in the house. And I was like, "What on the earth am I going to do?" At 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I wasn't going to do nothing until the next day. Naturally, AI is great. It is, isn't it, Jeff? Which is I accused someone of using AI on a fish picture the other day. They weren't happy, but I'm like, I'm sorry, it just looked like it was fake. I still think it was fake. Which I just talked to Son this morning. I need to go catch some bluegill. If I get that report done today, I could go do that this evening before dark. Morning, Jeff Bill. How are you, buddy? See Shirley T. Good morning. I think I already said good morning to you. Then I better keep up here. Eric, you gonna come up after you get headed to work? I'd appreciate it. Your brother's worthless. I don't even think I'm gonna talk to him again. We'll put him on the JAYDOG You're Dead to Me list. Man, last night I think it was, or yesterday. This time yesterday. About 3:45 in the morning, the little guy had to go to the bathroom. So I get up and let him out. And I get me a drink. 2:05. Wild action. How are you, buddy? I get me a drink. And I sit here and have a cigarette, and the little dog and the cat start playing. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, probably. Which in turn made the big dog not happy. And he starts barking. And I'm like, are you effing kidding me? So ended up waking Mom up. Couldn't get them all to quit playing and shut up, so I had to get the squirt gun out. Which it usually cures most things. But the dog and the little dog and the cat were so into it, they didn't even care if they got squirted. They were still running around playing. Okay, man, you be safe, man. All right, 205. Be safe on the road, dude. Where are you headed? Is it just going to work thing, or are you going somewhere? I better kill my camera while I smoke, because some people get prissy about that. Ernie, morning, buddy. That's Christian Bible study last night. It's a pretty good one. Eric B does Bible study every Tuesday evening, about 9:05 or so, for those of you interested. That's Eastern time, God's time. And Chrissy, Ernie's wife, is usually part of it too. How you feeling, dude? Is your wrist okay? You got a little ice on it, and I imagine it's in the how many days has it been? 2. It's in the starting to throb, and you can feel your heartbeat kind of pulse in it now, isn't it? Breaking a wrist sucks, man. Especially like me, I sleep on my side with one arm, my head on one arm, you know what I mean? And when I broke mine, it happened to be the one that I slept on. So I had to completely change the way I slept, which really sucks. Copper panels and solder them nice. No ice, just dealing with you, a tough man. I think when I broke mine, I don't even think opioids, well, yeah, they exist or whatever, but I was in the Army. I don't even think they gave them to us back then. I don't know I don't remember them giving me anything, come think of it. I improvised and used Crown Royal, I believe it was. But that's probably one of the only injuries I had that I don't have real bad arthritis in or nothing. Chicken wing is hot. I wonder if Uncle Lou's around. I don't know if. I'm surely he got the notification, I suppose. Let's see if anybody got killed in my town last night. It's that time of year. It should be Fowler name. No. Muncie woman charged with trying to hit ex-boyfriend with a pickup truck. That was close to getting killed. And I got some man charged with molesting pleads guilty to lesser offense. No, there should be no plea on that. None whatsoever. It should be full charges, full time, no time off for good behavior, because there is no cure for that whatsoever. Let's see if anybody else. Hearing set for carbon dioxide storage facility in Randolph County. I don't even know what a carbon dioxide storage facility is, but I know it can't be good. Oh, so the hurting part's almost over with. Hold on, I missed something. No ice dealing with it. Don't go back. You're done with what? Ernie the doctor? Let's see if anyone else got killed or anything. I don't see nothing. Just the lady trying to run over her old man, which we'll read that one later. That sounds like a good one. Okay, it gives us something to read later. Let's see what happened. I might know, so I have to scan through it real quick. Okay. I can't do hot wings, man. I can't do them at all, actually. I can mild maybe, but yeah, I just can't do that. I used to be able to eat jalapenos, you know what I mean? That's about as hot as I go. Attempted magic battery with a deadly weapon, criminal reckless leaving the scene of an accident, 2 counts of neglect of a dependent. Where were they at when it happened? A bar? Nope. Anyway, $12 and change for 12 wings, $1 a wing. Huh. Well, are you talking like BW3s or something like that for those wings? Is that what you're talking about? You won't go back to? I got lost. I was reading something else. And 205, I will, man. You got a doctor. Oh, you got to see a doctor today again. Dang. Okay, there we go. Was the chicken wings hot? Okay. All right, I'm with you now. Damn, $12 for 12 wings. Okay, BW's. Yeah. I don't think I've ever been there. I went to what is it, Hooters one time. I thought their wings sucked myself, but that's just me. Although I didn't go hot like my buddy did. My buddy, he cracks me up, man. He eats hot stuff. He starts sweating. It's hilarious. And the waitress come up and he asked her if she had a hand towel or something. And she looked at him and said, "Are you okay?" He said, "Oh, yeah, I just sweat when I eat hot stuff." And there beads of sweat running down his face. It was hilarious. Tied up till 5. Yeah, doctor. Uh, Please arrive 15 minutes early, and you get there 15 minutes early. Your appointment's at 10, and you don't see the doctor till 10:30. So you've been there for 45 minutes already. What is? Oh, you know what? I got a. I gotta go get blood draw at the VA one day. Where's my calendar at? That might be tomorrow. So I got physical next week, I think it is. So I got to do what's day 22nd? Yeah, I got to go at 12 p.m. I got to do labs at the Muncie VA. Okay, I'm glad I looked at that. And then I go a week from tomorrow for my physical. That'll work. Yeah, see, now I could do garlic and butter. Yeah, I can do that. That sounds good, actually. I just don't like the taste of the like Buffalo Wild Wings, where I just don't like that flavor. Man, I got next week. I got to go to labs tomorrow, and then next week I got Tuesday. Mom has a TT scan. Wednesday she has an appointment for her pain pump refill, and then Thursday I got a doctor's appointment. That's too many doctors in one week for me, man. And then I think the week after that I got the VA in Marion. I'm gonna hit my doctor up for some of that stuff to lose weight. If she won't give it to me, I'll just get it on my own, I reckon. Although I've lost probably, I don't know, 10 or 11 pounds just being me. Sour taste. So what's that? The garlic butter or the regular or the like BW3 hot wing stuff? I take that back. I might have been B Dubs one time, and we were going dirt bike riding, me and my buddy over in Kentucky, in his '78 Chevy van, and the transmission started messing up on the way over there. So instead of chancing it and getting across the river and getting, into hill country or whatever, we turned back around, started taking 74 back towards home at about 45 mile an hour. A homeless box truck driver. Well, I guess you're going to be homeless. A box truck would be the way to do it, wouldn't it? But we stopped at this place, typical place off the interstate. It's got, a couple hotels and, B dubs and everything, all right there together. And the B dubs had kind of a big bar and a big patio out back where they had ended up that night. They were having cornhole tournament before cornhole had gotten as popular as it is now. The only way I knew about it from listening to 700 WLW, because it was pretty big in Ohio back then before it went national. And me and my buddy ended up staying there and drinking that night because it was just across the parking lot to the hotel till about 2 in the morning. Oh, okay. I'm with you now. Yeah, I heard you guys run into him yesterday. Hey, what's up, Terry? How are you, buddy? Yeah, I heard y'all run into him yesterday. And you all stopped at the wing place or something like that. I just caught the end of it. He does look like a homeless guy, doesn't he? And I've actually been out in public with that dude, man. You kidding me? Oh, goodness. We love you, Eric, or we wouldn't tease you, buddy. I don't know about your little brother, though. He's not. I don't know about him. I'm not happy with him. Never comes up on my show, but he'll come up and do everybody else's show, but then yet tell me he's my friend. What do you think about that? I'll take opinions. M&T living. Hey, hello, good to see you, M&T. Hope you're having a wonderful morning. I don't know. Let's see here. Go to the channel. There we go. See what M&T is all about. Heck yeah. Living and cooking. Heck yeah. Two of my favorite things on earth to do. Live and cook. Or eat. I don't cook, I eat. So that'll work, man. Cool. Good to have you, brother. Let's see here. How do you do that? I don't even remember now. There we go. Like that. Standard. Save. There we go. Now you fit right in with everybody else. Good morning, Sandy Toes. How are you down under, getting ready to be summertime? Or it already is summer. 100 degrees or whatever. You can claim him on your taxes if you feed him, the way I heard. I wouldn't want to feed him, though. He's a big boy. He probably eats a lot. I did talk to a lady yesterday that's got like a house cleaning thing, and she's going to get with me and come by and let me know how much it costs to have someone come in once a week or so and clean. Just not do my laundry and crap like that, but just clean the house. Dusting and vacuum and crap like that. Just finished work, about to head home. How long did it take you to get from work to home? I'm going to guess 5 minutes. Because don't you live out on the island or something, so it can't be that far. I wouldn't think, anyway. Oh, it's starting to crack day. I think it's going to be cloudy today, though, the weather guy said. And very, very windy. Which, you can figure it happens like at this time every year. You'll have a couple days of rain, and then that makes the leaves weaker, and then the wind blows hard and blows them all off the trees. I think that's how God designed that, actually. 10 minutes. I was close. I said 5. Let me see. Oh, okay. That's why. I figured 5 minutes. So what do you do when you got allergies? If you take allergy medicine, it makes you fall asleep. So if you got work to do, you can't take allergy medicine. So you just got to sit there and sniffle and blow your nose and crap while you work. Still spring at 103 degrees Fahrenheit. No, that's summer temperatures me. If it gets hotter than that, I'm moving. Like for you, you got to move south, though, to get the cooler temperatures. Which is pretty weird. Is there anything down on the south end of Australia? You know what I mean? Like, isn't most of the population up on the northern parts of Australia? I know you guys got a lot of wilderness there, but then again, you got all those crazy ass creatures that'll kill you. Nobody wants to live out there. Summer would be 110, 100. But see, I'm moving. I am not going to live somewhere that it's 100 degrees. I mean, I couldn't even leave the house. My fat ass would have a heart attack. You kidding me? There's no doubt in my mind I'd have a heart attack. I forgot what I was going to read about this morning. Let's see if I can figure it out. I might have talked about it in our Bible study last night. I do not remember. Oh, let's see. That's not it. I don't remember where we were. We were in. Oh, I know where we was at last night. Most of South, huh? I was thinking up on the coast up there, they had all the towns because I know there's a lot of surf up there. Australia has a lot of good surfers. That's just not it right there, man. I know it's not. I can't remember what it, I can't remember what it was. I'm not a smart man. That's not it. Oh, I'd like to go there. I think I'd like to go to New Zealand more than I would Australia. A friend of mine, a girl that lived in my neighborhood, became a doctor, and she actually moved to New Zealand and got her doctoring license. She got her fixing people license over in New Zealand, so she could go over there and fix people. She was pretty cool people, and I don't know if she's still over there or not. This was, I remember, it's like when the internet first started or whatever is when I talked to her online. I think that is that long ago. Can't see your summer girl. You are kind of fair skinned. I can see you burning easily. But there are worse jobs out there, you know what I mean? I would put up with some hot temperatures for a job like that in a heartbeat. Where are you going, bug man? That's not it. Oh, I know why. There we go. Why have I got that bookmark? No idea. JAYDOG's driving somewhere, and he texts me pictures why he can't come and chat. I'm like, dude, You text me and tell me to go live because you're bored, and then you can't even participate. You won't even hit the link and come up while you're driving. I see how you are. Okay, there it is. Let's see, everybody knows John 3:16, right? God loved there so much he sent his only begotten son. But I think more important than that is John 3:17. God did not send the Son into the world to judge the world, but so that the world might be saved through him. That's a really important part. Yeah. He didn't send him here to condemn the world, but to save the world. Leroy, what's up, man? Damn, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you forever. How are you, man? You babysitting the granddaughter this morning? Yeah, I haven't seen you forever and a day, dude. It's good to see you, man. See what you look like. Go to your channel. You been doing any fishing? Yeah, it looks like you have. The heck is that? Thursday, 4/6/23. Oh, that's a long time ago there. That's back in the day. Back when you done your show and we could all come up and hang out instead of me having to do this. And you ain't posted much in forever. 5 months ago. Yeah, you ain't been doing nothing on your channel. I see how you is. Per day. Yep. Jimmy James Bailey catfishing. Jimmy James. It's Jimmy John's Fed Redding course. I think I can't remember the name. It's a Bob and Tom skit about a speed reading course. It's Jimmy Johnson's or Johnny Johnson's or something like that. So every time I read your name, I think of it. Oh, I forgot I got some new oranges yesterday. I shall go get me a couple and peel them and eat them. That's what we're going to do. Y'all don't mind, do you? I didn't think so. Sorry about the Bible verse, but it's my show. I'm allowed to do that if I want to. It's better than what the old me would do. No, that's not it. There we go. That'll be a good one. I was actually headed back to bed when JAYDOG texted me. I was going to head back to bed and sleep till about 8. Uncle Lou. Yay, Uncle Lou. Good to see you, Uncle Lou. It was nice big tangerines. Look at that. Heck yeah. That's what we're talking about today. What is today? Wednesday? What happens today? Or what shows are on tonight, I guess. Panfish People. That's what it is. I like that show. I like the panfish one. Somebody sent me a text. I got my hands all orange, sticky orange juice on them. I ain't blaming you for everything. I'm telling everybody why the hell I'm up here. I wasn't supposed to be back till Friday. We'll save the whole seat. You'll only need the edge. Morning, Eric. Eric. My person, Eric. What you been doing, Leroy? I ain't seen you forever. I know you've been doing something besides just sitting in the carport. Peeling an orange today. Oh, too far. Yeah, that'll work right there. I hate when the stuff sticks to the outside and you gotta peel it off. You know what I mean? The white stuff or whatever when you peel them. I hate that. Not as bad as when you have oranges, but still. Erica. Yep, Uncle Lou's Sophie's still not returning my calls. I guess she done decided she didn't want a short guy. That's all right, though. Yeah, I'm talking about like that. All that white crap right there, you got to peel it off of the orange. Well, I do anyway. Most people may not, but the tangerine, I mean, I sit here with my little knife and scrape it all off before I eat them. Yeah, me too, Leroy. Watching grass grow and getting fat, listening to Mom's TV at high. Hey, that reminds me. I know JAYDOG was telling me when we do backstages that my mom's TV's real loud, so y'all don't like me doing them. I understand that, but isn't there a way for me to turn that down on StreamYard? The volume of my microphone. Anyone knows how to do that? Please let me know. I know there's a way. I just have to get in there and play around with it. But right now, StreamYard won't let me do anything till the 22nd. Unless, of course, I want to give them $44 a month, and then they'll be happy to let me do anything I want. But I ain't got $44 a month for StreamYard. That cuts into my red bowl money. I'll have to watch that after the show, JAYDOG. That will cut into the red bowl money. It takes me forever to peel an orange, man. Where you at, Curtis? Clitoris? Where you at, Clitoris? Do you have another team lose or something? Uh-oh. Cindy about her team. Fishing team? Okay. Some things, and then I'll get in there and play with that. Then we can do backstages again, and it won't be so loud. I knew there was a way, and I hadn't even thought about it till JAYDOG said something. See, JAYDOG tells me what y'all talk about, in case you didn't know that. Yeah, I busted it out there. That's just how I roll, though. I don't hold no secrets. And heck, all someone had to do is tell me, hey, man, that shit's real loud. And I've been like, well, let's find a way to turn it down. That's all. That's all you got to do. Let a brother know. Kind of like if you got bad breath, man. If somebody don't tell you you got bad breath, how you supposed to know? They're going to let you walk around all day with bad breath around other people. That's wrong. Or if you stink, a good friend's going to tell you you stink. Hey, man, dude, you need to go and take a shower. You're nasty. Or if you got a hanger, you know what I'm talking about? Most people let you walk around all day with a hanger. I'm not that guy. I'll tell you, man, you got one hanging, you better get that. Do a little maintenance there. Nose maintenance. See, look how good that's coming out there compared to that part right there. See the difference? Cleaned, uncleaned. I know I'm so fucking messed up. I am so anal about stuff. I'm almost as bad as Eric about certain. There we go. Mm. Oh, I ain't had none for months, Ernie, and but now I know why. And the ones I've had, you've been in, if I remember correctly. I just ain't had none for a long time. Nobody ever wanted to, but now I know why they didn't want to. So we can make it all good again. There we go. Look at that. Heck yeah. Yeah, no, I'm saying shit I probably shouldn't, but I don't care. I get me a boat, there's a good chance y'all don't see much of me anyway. It seems like we all come in your lives and watch you work on your boat. And springtime, we sit on your back porch with you all spring. I enjoyed it. A lot of times I'm in there and I just don't say nothing because I'm doing stuff. I forget what one the other night I was in for probably 2 hours or so before I said anything. I'd be creeping. I'd be creeping. He was creeping in the corner on a very dirty night. I don't know if I need to buy Halloween candy here or not. I'm kind of dead end street out in the country, but there are about, I don't know, 10 kids maybe live on the street. Yeah, me too. I was always the last kid to get picked in dodgeball and crap like that because I didn't play stick and ball sports. I raced dirt bikes and stuff, so I wasn't in the in crowd at school. I do wish I had played baseball, though, to be honest with you. I think I would have liked to have played baseball. But, no one in my family played those sports, so I didn't have a chance. But I think I would have liked to have played baseball in school. I think that would have been fun. Damn. And the bad part was I was left-handed, so nobody had a glove I could use. You know what I mean? Dun, 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 dun. Now, this tangerine will be warm by the time I get to eating it. Dun, 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 dun. Somewhere over the rainbow. Yeah, let's eat half of it now. It's nothing too good not to. Where you gonna meet Mr. Lou at? You going to Iowa? I've seen a picture of a pretty big fish from Iowa. There were some kids in my neighborhood that played wiffle ball on the street, like a home run derby type of wiffle ball. You know, and they kept stats and all kinds of stuff, but they wouldn't let me play. I come from the other side of the highway. Hmm. Lolita, I don't know. Lolita might not be bad. Good night, Sandy Toes. See, my show's not important enough for you to stay up for. I understand. Which I'm getting my shut down. It's almost 8. I forgot. It must be daylight already. Yeah, it is. The sun didn't come up though because it's cloudy. That's why I didn't know. Because usually by this time the sun's shining in the back window, so it's so bright you can't see. How long you gonna be driving, JAYDOG? If you're gonna be driving a long time, I can. I don't even know if you can do backstage on this thing. Come think of it, I don't think you can. Not that I know. I don't know how. So that goes that idea. I suppose I could pop something up on an old YouTube or StreamYard live, couldn't I? Let me know what you think. If you want to do something like that, we can. And Eric didn't come up neither, did he? Fuck you all, man. Yeah, I said it. Oh, I forgot my disclaimer. This show is not for children. If you're a parent, you let your children watch and or listen to us talking like fools, you need your children taken from you and arrested. Public service announcement. Man, that tangerine is so sweet. That is one reason I would live in Florida, for the oranges and tangerines. About the only reason I would live there. I think, didn't they used to have, like, if you took Interstate 75 into Florida, at the first, you know, how they have the Welcome Center or whatever. Back in the day, I think you could get a free glass of orange juice when you stopped in there. Oh, mommy, you're a dumb man. Said he's a bad man. Anybody remember that? I swear I remember that. Because I always used to dig stopping at the Welcome Center in each state on the interstate because you get a free map. Nowadays, I wonder if you still get those. Because it'd be something to have if everything went black and you didn't have the internet or nothing no more. It's just a bug man being bad. Yep. All right, man. I reckon we're going to shut this down. JAYDOG, text me and let me know if you want me to do a backstage or something if you're going to be driving for a long time. We could do that. Keep you company. Give you a hard time or something. But if not, then I'll just go do some work. Might as well. Anyway, I'm sure I got an email coming from the lender saying you can have that reported in today. And I'll be like, yeah, I get it to you today. Not a problem. I forget. Oh, I went to the store yesterday after I went and shot comp pictures first. And then when I was coming back, I had to stop at Wally World, which it was like, I don't know, 2 in the afternoon on Tuesday or whatever. Not a bad time to go to Wally World. Wasn't a whole lot of people there. That and it's what, the middle of the month or whatever, so nobody got their money for food, so it wasn't real crowded this time of day, this time of month. I shall remember that. And there was actually products on the shelves. You can't come up through the YouTube side of it? Really? You can't click on the link on YouTube? I don't think I can click on it myself, but there's a pinned link on YouTube. Let's see what happens. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I see what you're saying. So I guess you would have to have a real stream account to be able to come up on that. Huh, interesting. Yeah, starting tomorrow, I won't have to use it because it says the 22nd. Well, I logged on to StreamYard. Today is the 22nd, and evidently it means after the 22nd. It's the best I can tell because it wouldn't let me schedule a live. Which I don't understand why YouTube doesn't have the same platform. You know what I mean? Because everybody else is linking to theirs via a different platform. You think YouTube would say, yeah, maybe we should have our own platform like that. Oh, Ernie, you know it takes me 5 minutes before I ever log off of here. It's like when I go get in the car to go somewhere, I'm usually sitting in the driveway for 10 minutes before I ever leave. I'm sure my neighbors probably think I'm sitting there smoking a doobie or something. Where that reminds me, I got to call Walmart today where I got my tires put on. I got one tire, I got to put air in it about once a week. Paid a lot of money for tires. I shouldn't have put no air in them. And I mean a lot of money. In fact, I'm going to do that after we get done here. Let me write that down real quick. Call Walmart tire people. What was that? Something happened in it. Did my thing go off or something? Interesting. Earning Chris. Okay, hold on. Let me see then. Add to stream.
There you go.
And did you have to make to do that?
I got a Restream account. I just hit your link at the top of the page and it took me in it.
Okay, that'll work.
That's all.
That'll work. Yeah, very cool. But yeah, I got my driver's side rear tire. I got to put air in about once a week. I paid $1,200 for a set of tires. I shouldn't have put air in the damn things at all.
I don't know how you got that link up here. I know when I did Restream, I could only have
You got to
one
open
person.
your own. You have to go open your own YouTube channel, like your channel on YouTube, pop it up. And first you put the link in the chat, right?
Yeah.
And then you go to your own YouTube on another browser and pin it up on that way.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? See, I'm on my laptop here, and I got my PC with my YouTube channel up, and that's how I pinned it up there.
It takes getting a little used to. This does.
Yeah. But it's actually, the interface is actually pretty user friendly. I mean, I haven't played with it much, but it looks like everything, there's a settings tab. Let's see what's on it. If it goes off, I hit something stupid. Okay. It's got, you can do high def. You got to upgrade for that. Show non-video participants, whatever that means. Show QR code. Push product link to live chat. Okay. Now video setting. Okay. Audio. Default microphone array will tell.
Yeah, I'll probably be playing around with that before the month's out.
Yeah, I just.
Once I can really sell a few things, and then I might buy a month of StreamYard.
Yeah, I'm not paying them 44. I just can't, man. It just rubs me the wrong way. See,
I think it was 35 is what it told me.
How much?
35.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
And I got a thing from them that said, you're in the top 5% or something of streaming hours on YouTube, on StreamYard, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, if that's the case, you think you'd want to work with me then, wouldn't you? Hey, FFA, how are you? But let's see. Echo cancellation, noise suppression, show advanced audio options. That's what I want to see. Audio gain control. Okay, I see it, but I don't see anywhere to adjust it. Audio input, that would be, yeah, see, that's the one I would want to be able to turn down. And I don't see any way to turn it down. I mean, I'm looking at the settings here. Got a virtual background, shortcuts, and profile. I got audio input, which it shows me which the microphone is. Default microphone, which is the one that's built into the PC. So we can't do it there, but can we do it on our computer settings? Got a train coming. That's just the volume I hear. See what else we got. There's a little arrow here. See what it. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Cast, nearby sharing, live captions, night mode, mobile hotspot. I missed, my phone used to be able to do mobile hotspot until they changed it. Yeah, I don't see anything that says anything about the audio setting. Here's a setting button. Let's see what that does. Nothing. Oh, there we go. Took it a second to come up. Hold on. We're getting close. That ain't it. Go back one. Bluetooth devices. Network personalization, apps, accounts, time and language. None of them says anything about speakers, does it?
Down at your bottom of your computer where your little speaker is, if you right click that, it'll bring up. Okay.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. See if personalization will do it. Background color, theme, dynamic lighting, lock screen, text input, start taskbar, font, device usage.
Oh, it don't do that on mine. When I right click, it brings up a mixer board and you can choose which item you want to be loud or lower.
Okay, see, I got right here now. Speaker, volume, input. Choose device for speaking or recording. There we go. There's the adjustment right there. Now I'm talking normal. Is it quieter?
Yeah, it went down.
Excellent. That's what I need to do when we're doing.
He's real
So
quiet.
that's how I turn it down right there for when we're doing a backstage and mom's TV's too loud. So now everybody will come back to the backstage and not complain when I'm not around.
Hey, quit barking.
Busted out, don't I? There, at least I figured it out. See, and you can go all the way up to here and I don't even have to talk as loud, and it's probably louder, isn't it? Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Excellent.
You turn it up, it sounds like something frying in the background with you.
Does it? Yep, excellent. That's what I need to know. Sound all right there?
Yeah.
That's about 40%. Okay, now I know where to do it at. So yeah, YouTube's no, like on YouTube. If you go live, can you have 4 or 5 people up at the same time, or no?
Nope.
I don't know. I didn't think you could. That's what I wonder.
You're allowed to have one person. You can send. You got two. What I do, I send two out. If I send one to Chrissy and Rustic, and whichever one comes up, that's the one that gets it.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's just see you, and you would think YouTube would be on the cutting edge
Mm-hmm.
of that stuff. You know what I mean? Instead of letting these other people do it.
I think
Or
if you buy one of their packages, I think it changes. I don't know.
I got the premium because I hate commercials. I will pay for the YouTube premium over anything else I have for the simple fact I hate commercials. And don't get it unless you plan on keeping it, because once you have it and you watch videos without commercials,
Yeah.
and you end it and you go back to the old way, it'll drive you nuts. You'll be like, man, I can't do this. It's kind of like a crack thing. They get you hooked on watching videos without commercials. Then when you go back and you actually have commercial interruptions, you're like,
Daggone it,
what the
Eric,
heck?
why you wanted to get people hooked on that for?
Yeah. You crack dealer, you, Eric, crack dealer. Looks like I got about 18 people still in here. I appreciate y'all hanging around. I really got to get busy, because if I don't, I'm going to lose all my lenders and I'll be in the poorhouse and have to move in with Ernie and mow his grass and shit.
You mow my
Which
grass,
ain't all
you
bad.
won't lose
You
a
could have
finger, you'll
somebody to
lose a
help him
hand.
do shit. I'd come down and stay at Ernie's and sleep in my truck or something, and then he'd have somebody help him do shit.
You stick your fingers around my blade, you lose a hand down there. I ain't got no little mower. It's a big boy.
I didn't put my fingers near no blades or nothing. I squished my finger off. I didn't cut it. Yeah, no, it got pinched between the handle and the meter base.
Yeah. I can't say nothing. I got mine stuck between a piece of metal and a vise, and I had the vise and the drill and everything hanging off of it, and it just ripped out.
Yeah.
I just come in, wrapped it up, and after I washed it, wrapped it in paper towel, wrapped black tape around it. I said it's good.
Yep. Well, if I didn't have the piece of my fingertip laying there, I probably would have been better. But I came in, and the hardest part was running water over that raw piece of finger. Man, you talk about wake you up
That
now.
chlorine will burn you up.
Man, dude, it was so cold and hurt. So, and I mean, because I was already it hurt bad enough. I was shaking, you know what I mean? And when the water hit, I was like, oh, to hell with that. And I went and got a washcloth and put some peroxide in it and stuck the tip of the finger in the peroxide real quick, just to, kill any germs or anything that was right in there. And then I'm like you, I just wrapped it up. After I took a picture and sent it to my son and asked him, do you think I need to go to the hospital for this?
I did.
To which he texts back, I'm on my way.
Well, Chrissy seen all the blood out there at the steps. She said, "What happened?" I said, "I just cut myself a little bit, scratch, no big deal." She looked at it.
You know,
She
the
said,
part that made me madder than anything, I realized at that moment that I had no plan for if something happened to me to get someone over here to take care of mom and dad. You know what I mean? I had no plan. I hadn't even thought about it. That was the part that I was maddest about, that I had, had forgotten or neglected to even get that part set up.
Yeah. Chrissy said, let me see that. She goes, you need the stitches. I said, I ain't going over here for 4 stitches or so for 6 hours. No, no way.
Yep. My youngest son, he fell in a tree one time. Like they had pruned a branch and had the little point thing pointing up, right?
Uh-huh.
And I think it was his calf muscle, I think.
Dude.
It had dug into his calf and peeled a pretty nasty hole in it. He was at his friend's house, and his mom called me, and I went over there, and they had him sit down on the porch, and he was pretty calm by then. And she, opened the towel up, and I looked, and I'm like, yeah, I think we probably go get that looked at, buddy. You know what I mean? So he wouldn't freak out or nothing. But inside, I'm saying, my God, you can see the fucking meat,
Mm-hmm.
So I go back and get Mitzi, and we get in the van, and I tell her, Mitzi, under no circumstances do you remove that effing towel. Don't do it. I'm telling you, just don't till we get there. He's calm and everything's good. We're now 3 minutes down the road, and I hear her say, oh my God. And then he freaks out because she opened it up and seen it. And I'm like, are you effing kidding me? I told you don't look at it because I knew what your reaction would be. It was nasty. I ain't going to lie. And that's why I told her. I said, man, I told you not to look at it. Because then he's freaking out because she's freaking out. And I'm like, dag nabbit.
And I ripped a big chunk out of my ball of my thumb. I just wrapped it up and went on, went to the doctor. No big deal.
If I should have just left the kid's house and went straight to the hospital and not went back and got her, it would have been a much calmer experience. But it's like, don't you realize, man, if something like that happens, you got to be the adult and be calm in that situation so you don't freak nobody out.
Yeah, we used to pull up a piece of fence and crawl underneath it, stick a stick in, and go underneath it, walk with our hands and feet to get under it without getting ourselves dirty. And that's when I cut my hand open. But it was either me or a little kid. When I grabbed him, I pulled him into me and I lost my balance and I seen what was happening. I threw him off and I took the lick and I crawled off and under there with one hand, kind of hopping, and went over and got Dad and went to the emergency room. They stitched it up.
Yeah, hell, nowadays you'd have Child Protective Services over wanting to see where it happened, how it happened, why you weren't standing over top of them, making sure they weren't doing anything dangerous,
Yeah. He said, what'd you do? Try to commit suicide? I said, no, you big dummy. I said, if it wasn't me, it'd have been a little kid in here with his wrist cut about half off.
Yeah. Nope, I was playing. It was expected back when I was young. You were going to break a bone eventually before you became an adult. It was a given.
I'm lucky to be alive with the things I did. We used to jump out of dock doors and stuff at this factory where I lived at on bicycles.
Yeah. There used to be these highway barn grade building, warehouse type building things. And there was a tree. You could climb up the tree and get on top of one of them. And these things were pretty tall. And then there was one that kind of the building run east and west, right? And the other building run north and south. And there was about a 15-foot gap between them probably. And we would climb up the tree to get on the one building. Then we would get on it, back way up and run and jump over to the other one. And had you missed, you would have died probably, because it was probably 25 feet in the air maybe.
Yeah.
But we didn't think about it, it was just something you did. And then that one there had a tree on the other end of it that you could go down, but you couldn't use it to get up because of the shape of the tree or whatever.
Yep.
Hey, morning. Dog and I outdoors. I'm getting ready to shut her down, buddy. I was actually going to do it 15, 20 minutes ago, and we got carried away. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. Sorry you have to come in earlier next time, brother. I apologize.
Take care, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. Be safe.
I'll be back Friday. Tomorrow's Thursday. I think Rustic usually goes live on Thursdays, so we can look for him. I don't even know how you end stream on this thing. There we go, right there. All right. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Like there are about 14 people now, so we lost a bunch anyway. Anyhow, I'll see y'all Friday.